Hey friends, thanks for joining me again. So today's video is another question and answer session. As you may remember, if you've seen my previous videos or been following me, I did a question and answer session back in the month of May, and back then I stated that I would start doing question and answers, a question and answer video where I answer 5 questions or less, and these are questions that have repeatedly been asked of me, or they've come up in conversation by several different people, and I figure since they've come up that there may be other people that are curious about some of the questions, so I figured this would be the time to address some of the popular ones that have come my way this past month. So let's get started. So the first question that I've heard many times, or I've been asked many times, is, do I have any idea why, what causes cancer, why I have cancer? That's pretty much been asked several times, and to be completely honest with you, I do not. There is no cure for cancer, as everyone knows, and so to be completely honest with you, I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why there's cancer in the world. I don't know why there's breast cancer. I don't know why I'm going through cancer 2 times, but I do, or I can make a pretty educated guess, and my guess is that it probably has something to do with our food. That's my best educated guess that I can give you, and the only reason why I say that is because cancer is on the rise. In fact, somebody watching today may actually unfortunately be diagnosed with some sort of cancer in their lifetime. Hopefully not. We always want to remain positive, but it is a very real possibility. Again, cancer is on the rise, and there obviously has to be a reason for it. We're not buying that it's all genetic, because that's not true. I actually tested negative for the BRCA genes, a test that came into play several years back, BRCA1 and BRCA2. I tested negative for those gene mutations. So as of today, they don't know why, but I feel it's really in our food, and unfortunately our food is poisoned. I know not everybody's going to agree with that, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm just making an educated guess based on what I know, what I've researched, and in general in the world. Just think of, artificial sweeteners that are out here, how they're sweetening food, how they're feeding animals, the slaughter of animals, things like that, milk, all the artificial food on the market, all the junk food, all the fast food. I mean, it's not hard or a stretch to think that's the common denominator, or maybe water. So that's pretty much the answer I have for that. And unfortunately, one caveat, I'll say this: we live in a fallen world. What do I mean by that? There's so much greed that motivates a lot of things. Greed would motivate companies and individuals to put products out there to poison mass numbers of people. And don't act shocked to hear me say that, because we know it's true in a lot of areas of life. But with me saying that, I also want to put out that there's a lot of wonderful, great things in this world. Beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful blessings. There's miracles that are being handed down by God every single day. There's people that care. So there's a lot of good in the world as well. So that's the answer to that question. Another question that's come up quite a few times is, do my kids know that I have cancer, and how are they handling it? So I have 3 children. I have 2 daughters and a son. My oldest daughter is 18. I have an 11-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son. And yes, they do know I have cancer. They also knew I had cancer last year. I wasn't really sure how to tell them last year. In fact, my youngest daughter, my 11-year-old, who was 10 at the time, actually overheard me talking about it on the phone. And kids are not stupid. They're smart these days. She heard me say cancer and was like, when I got off the phone, she goes, "You have cancer?" Because she's heard of it, but I don't think she really understood it. That's kind of how the discussion came about with her. We told my son, he was much younger, he didn't really understand. He just knew mommy had cancer, okay. My oldest daughter took it the hardest because she is older and she's old enough to know what cancer means and can mean in someone's life. This time around, I just kind of point blank told the kids, look, cancer's back. We're back on this journey once again. They knew I had surgery last year. They saw the chemo and the side effects and what I went through with that, so they're kind of prepared. With my younger kids, they're just like, we're going to do this again. It's just an illness. I believe it's an illness. Now, I have been told by people, get them into a support group, really talk to your kids, this, that, and the other. And I think that's a good idea. But I also think that's based upon your state of mind and what position you're currently in. So I come from a very positive position, very positive. You know, I believe in my mind that I am healed, and cancer's going to be a distant memory in my life. I believe that, so I come from that position. In fact, right now I am claiming a healing in the name of Jesus. So I'm boldly declaring that, and I'm putting that out there. So because I come from a position of positivity, when I talk to my kids about cancer, that is the spin I put on it. I mean, I don't make cancer to be colorful and positive. I don't do that. But in my kids' mind, and what I like to plant in their mind is, mom has this temporary illness. These are the things that we have to deal with, and we're going to get through it. And that's the end of it, and life goes on. And we've had a lot of plans, and we're going to continue on with those plans and live a full life. And we're not going to put our dreams on hold, and we're not living in yesteryears. We are living in the now with our eyes on the future. And so that's the perspective I take, and that's what I share with my kids. And that's how I want them to live their life as well. Be positive about things, no matter how challenging and how many trials you have in life. We still have to move forward. We don't retreat to our beds and lay there for the next year depressed and things like that. I mean, people do that. These are life-threatening illnesses, so I don't want to diminish it in any way. Clearly, I'm not going to diminish it. I'm a 2-time cancer fighter, so I'm not going to do that. But I know what works best for me, and I know what happens when a person is positive in their life. And I spoke about that in my last video, so I won't regurgitate that. But that's kind of the spin I take with my children, and so far it works, and we've been able to live a pretty full life. And the last question that I will present to you today is, I have been asked, do I think about cancer every single day? Like, how do I prevent myself from going to the dark side and not letting cancer overshadow my life? And it's a really great question. Do I think about cancer every single day of my life? No. But do I think about it frequently? Pretty much so. And I'll tell you the times when I really think about it, when I have doctor's appointments, okay? Sometimes it creeps up when I do think about the future. Then you kind of got that thing in the back of your mind, oh, but what about the cancer? But then I have to quickly redirect my energy. What about the cancer? It's something we're doing and going through now. That doesn't mean we're going to be dealing with it tomorrow. So do I think about it? Yes. Do I think about it every single day? No, I don't. I try to live a very full life. I really try to enjoy my life. Like right now, it's really sunny. It's been really sunny, and it's going to be really sunny this summer, and I want to enjoy as much as that as I can. I know once radiation starts, I won't really be able to be in the sun, so I really want to enjoy these days and moments, and I make plans to travel. I still do all of that. I know what's coming. You know, I know chemo's coming down the line several months from now, and I know what that entails, so things will kind of be on hold. But you know, for the most part, I'm pushing forward, and so no, I don't think about cancer every single day. And there are bumps in the road, I'm not gonna lie to you. Something comes up and you kind of get down, and it's a 24-hour blockage or whatever. Maybe it's only a few minutes, maybe it's a few hours that you get down or whatnot. That's why I always say in my videos, be cautious about what you read, see who you listen to, who you talk to, things like that. because those things can bring you down, and sometimes they can bring you down for a prolonged period of time. So I'm pretty cautious about that. So for the most part, I feel really, really good. I don't know what tomorrow holds, folks. This life is not promised to any of us. So, you know, I'm living to the fullest, and I expect that my days will get better. I live in expectation of that. So those are the questions for today, for this month, the month of June. We're at the end of it. And so I just want to bring that to you. And I also want to bring this last message to no weapon formed against us will prosper. Isaiah 54:17. I stand upon it. It's a great, great passage from the Bible. And I just want to share that with you, everyone. Be blessed. Take care of yourself. Enjoy this gorgeous weather we're having in the Pacific Northwest or wherever you're at. Enjoy it every day that you breathe air. Live to your fullest. Okay, until next time, everyone. Take care.